Hello, pumpkin lovers, and welcome to the first annual Pumpkin Fest. 31 days of non-stop experiments. Join me as I consume 3 pumpkin products a day. Store-bought, homemade, family desserts, or hard liquor. We have it all. Only at Pumpkin Fest 2020.
Alright, and welcome to a special nighttime edition of Pumpkin Fest because I cannot get my life together. So, I'll make this quick because I'm pretty sure this looks ugly in the dark. First, we have our Wiener Schnitzel Pumpkin Spice Shake, and I was rooting for this because Wiener Schnitzel is actually a place I enjoy. Despite me never going there on my own, I always enjoy eating it, and their lemonades are good, and I really had high hopes for this, but unfortunately, just okay. First thing to get used to is just the texture of it, as it is essentially a really soft shake with a bunch of thick ribbons in it, almost like chocolate chips, only instead of chocolate you're getting these pumpkin spice ribbons. But the pumpkin spice isn't good, and ultimately I think that's what holds the shake back, because you can enjoy the ice cream itself. It's a typical vanilla shake, but it's almost impossible to not be able to get a sip of anything without getting a ribbon. Every single sip has a pumpkin spice ribbon. It'd be awesome if the pumpkin spice was good. It's very generic tasting. It's just very off. It's just heavy. That's actually clove, which I guess I can appreciate instead of it just being pure cinnamon and nutmeg. It is a very heavy clove and just cinnamon, but it just tastes like old pumpkin spice. It tastes like it's been sitting for a while. It's just kind of just an off taste to it. It just tastes flat, or it doesn't taste fresh. The ice cream itself is pretty good. The vanilla stands out, but you can't enjoy the vanilla because all you get is the pumpkin spice. And you can kind of see it's kind of gross and smeared up, and as I try to scrape it, it's actually really, really hard. And that's what it tastes like, just really hard frosted pumpkin spice that just does not taste well at all. And aside from weight, calorie issues, I'm not going to finish it because it's just... Well, maybe I might, but I'm not really feeling it. Okay shake, not great pumpkin spice. Next we have the Pepperidge Farms Miliano Pumpkin Spice Limited Edition Milianos. You know, you can tell I don't eat Pepperidge Farms because I keep forgetting that Miliano is a type of cookie. Milano, what the heck am I thinking? Thinking of Melissa Milano. Anyways, Pumpkin Spice Milanos. If I recall, Milanos are really kind of dry. Not really a big fan of them. But it's got pumpkin spice. And it was also in the clearance section at Target. So let's get to it. Typical Milano. Not really much of a crunch. Breaks it apart pretty easy. No hint of pumpkin spice at all. To be honest, I don't even remember what they normally taste like, but if you look up closely, you can't see because it's so dark, but when you try to get a look at it, it looks like it's a half chocolate, half pumpkin spice. Like I try to do half and half. And I think if I enjoyed Milanos more, I'd like these a little bit, but the fact that I don't enjoy Milanos is hurting it. And the pumpkin spice is just almost non-existent. If you had given me these, I'd have never known there was pumpkin spice in them. These are a waste of money. I really do not like throwing stuff away, but I don't see any point in making myself eat those. But what I will make myself eat and finish are these. As you can see, I've already opened them. And what we have are Target Archer Farms Pumpkin Spice Trail Mix. And it comes with a nice little melody of pumpkin spice peanuts, cinnamon flavored pretzel balls, yogurt covered raisins, which I tend to think the yogurt actually tastes almost pumpkin spice to me. It's a possibility it could just be the spices from the other nuts in here falling off on it. But it tastes like pumpkin spice yogurt to me, but very soft, minimal, not like the yogurt we got on the pretzels that we tried earlier in the month. And I gotta say, eating this up front was kind of gross. It's a little too much of just weird textures and almost too much pumpkin spice. But individually, with the cinnamon pretzel. And that's the cinnamon pretzel. One of these is a pumpkin spice peanut. And then here's the yogurt, which is said to contain no pumpkin spice, but I think it's got a little hint of it. Like I said, you really want to eat these no more than 2 pieces at a time, because it just becomes overwhelming. You never want to eat more than 2 pieces at a time because it just becomes overwhelming. Just the textures and the flavors a little too much. But when you eat these individually, you really get to appreciate every flavor it tries to bring out. My favorite is the pumpkin spice peanut. And it's the level of pumpkin spice just right. Very right. It's a nice mixture of cinnamon and nutmeg. And then you get the cinnamon raisins. The cinnamon pretzel balls, I'm sorry. And those are really good because the sweetness really counterbalances with the salt on the pretzel. And there's always yogurt. Raisins are always good. So honestly, if you got a Target near you, I'd really recommend picking these up. Oh, and then last is the pumpkin seed kernels, which honestly is the thing I get the least of. Ooh, wow, that's high in calories. But anyways, Pumpkin Fest is about gaining weight, which I will go over that at the end of the month. But anyways, I do think that individually all the stuff works really well. And I guess that's probably how you should eat them, especially when the calorie dosage is that high. Eating them one at a time is probably your best option. But as individual flavor, if they all really hit their mark, and I think when you mix the cinnamon peanut along with the pumpkin spice one, I mean the cinnamon pretzel with the pumpkin spice peanut, you get a really nice, good combo. The pumpkin spice kernel is fine. It tastes like almost like Trader Joe's pumpkin spice on there. All these things individually, I don't think are as good as the pumpkin spice pumpkin seeds that Trader Joe offered. But if you want to get on the go snack, that's a very different, and it's pumpkin spice free. These are second best place, and it's honestly the best thing out of all 3 items. So if I were you, I'd definitely pick these up before the season's up, because that limited edition is no joke. You know they mean that. All right, and thank you for putting up with the dark light. Hopefully we'll be in the house next time. But I thank you for joining me today, and I will see you next time.